Universal opened something new, and I'm trying not to be disappointed in it. Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick here, back at Universal Studios Orlando. Going to show you that new thing, plus give you our usual park updates. Let's head inside of Studios and see what's new. I have some things to share with you about the Monsters/Minions Cafe, but we're going to save that for later as I want to get to that new thing straight away. The Summer Tribute Store, a tribute to past summer blockbusters, is open. I'm going to go inside and give you an overview. I'm going to save the details for my daughter. As far as the merchandise is concerned, I'll just highlight one or two awesome items. Let's step inside and show you the joint. As soon as we walk in, we have a ticket booth. They'll be back in 5 minutes. And this truly is a retro store. Our throwback as the prices. Adults, $4 for a movie. Currently playing E.T. Coming soon, 1941. And The Thing. Now that's a classic. The first room is dedicated to E.T. Remember, this is not going to be a merch search video. I just want to highlight a few things, such as this Loungefly backpack for $82 and the matching wallet for $55. Some of the theming highlights include this bunk bed, this hutch area, this shelving unit with sort of a desk. I think we recognize this helmet from the movie. This little seating area with not just a Simon Says, a Super Simon. Yeah. Another desk area featuring a dinosaur holding an astronaut. An E.T. toy closet. Where have we heard of that before? There are some cool new E.T. t-shirts, but we're going to let Courtney give you the details. Moving on to Theater 2. Jaws. Let's start with a panoramic view of the quote-unquote Jaws Theater. Oh, they have something cooking over here. We have a little workshop area over here. Outboard motor they're working on. I think this barrel may come in handy during the movie. In Theater 1, I showed you the E.T. backpack. Here is the Jaws backpack, $82. And of course I have to show you the wallet that goes along with it for $55. Here's a nice Jaws shirt for $70. Quinn's fishing chair up there. Lots of Jaws. Lots of Jaws. I think that's the biggest one right there. Once again, I will have my daughter Courtney come do a large merch search here. I'm just going to show you this t-shirt for $30. She'll show you the rest of the stuff. That air tank, that might come in handy in stopping that shark too. Can you see the book there? I think that's the book from the movie. The one that kind of scared the parents. Let's head down the hallway to the other rooms. Coming soon, Blues Brothers. Earthquake. American Graffiti. The Breakfast Club. Weird Science. Flash Gordon. Theater 3, now playing Back to the Future. Theater 3, by far the best theater. All the clocks up on the wall for Back to the Future. The big, huge speaker. Huey Lewis playing in the background. Yes. Look at this model. I assume Doc Brown built this, even though, you know, it doesn't quite look to scale, but I think it may. You know, the car's way too big. It's not quite to scale, but a model that the Doc and Marty have built to figure out how they're going to get Back to the Future. Sound effects are coming in. Yes, not just the visuals, but the sound effects in this room with the woofer going. Huey Lewis in the news playing, the clock's ticking. Oh my goodness, that's getting louder. Watch out, stand back everybody. Tales from Space. Instrumental in the plot of the movie. As Marty dresses up as Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan. The jukebox is playing music from the high school dance they went to. Enchantment Under the Sea. For $29, here is a Back to the Future t-shirt I've never seen before. It looks pretty cool. Up on the top shelf, some high price items. $3,200, a signed hoverboard. $2,000, a signed guitar, signed by Michael J. Fox. The hoverboard, signed by multiple actors from the movie. Wait a second, forget that other hoverboard. I have a pit bull now. And the last room, as always, is for the food. But for the theming of this tribute store, it's the concession stand. I think we'll try a snack or two later on in the day. A very cool aspect of this room is a photo op with Confrontation. Big Kong paw right there. And then one itty bitty section of shelving for Ghostbusters. Wah, wah, wah. And as we exit, one last little bit of theming. Even some tribute here to classic monsters. There's like the Fly right there. We've got the Wolfman right there. Dinosaurs, maybe a little tribute to Jurassic Park. Mad magazines with E.T., Kong, Back to the Future, and Jaws. So what is my reaction to the new tribute store, the summer tribute store? Let's sit under Riff Ride Rocket and discuss it. There it went. Well, there's some highlights, some lowlights, some loves, and some disappointments when it comes to this tribute store. 4 rooms, an E.T. room, a Jaws room, a Back to the Future room, and a concession stand. Now, of those 4 rooms, I think it's easy to say the best room was the Back to the Future room. All the theming in there was off the charts good. Loved that room. Jaws, kind of middle of the road. Kind of a middle of the road room. The concession stand room, about what I expected. That's the place where they're going to have the snack, so that was pretty easy theming to do that as a movie theater concession stand. The E.T. room, however, I did find disappointing, mainly because there's already a big E.T. presence here in the park. E.T.'s attraction is still here, up and running. We still have a gift shop for E.T., E.T.'s Closet, so a little disappointed that they dedicated a whole room to E.T. for this tribute store. Now, I do have to admit, I am disappointed with the lack of Ghostbusters, or the small amount of Ghostbusters. I would have preferred that first room be a Ghostbusters room instead of E.T. However, I do realize that Ghostbusters was put out by Columbia Pictures, I believe. So Universal probably did not have the rights to just build a room dedicated to Ghostbusters. But still, if I had my wish, I wish it was Ghostbusters rather than E.T. because, like I said, E.T. already has a strong presence in this park. And then also a little disappointed, I did not see anything Twister related. I'll go back and look another day, but you know, Twister I think was Warner Brothers and Universal, so I'm surprised, like not even like a movie poster board of Twister, if I recall correctly. But let's give credit where credit is due. Kudos to the creative team for that Back to the Future room. I'm going to send my daughter Courtney out here to do a detailed merch search for you because there is some cool new merchandise, and later on today I'm going to try some of those treats. But enough about the tribute store for now. We have other updates to share with you. The summer food truck in New York City has opened for business. Unfortunately, nothing on this menu really appeals to me. And also in New York City, they have unplugged the fire hydrant. Pop the water plug. In fact, the water's not so crazy as it has been in the past. I think they've added a new like cover to kind of manage the water flow. I think this is better than what they've done before. Across from Mel's Drive-In in Battery Park, another summer food stand. Let's check out this menu and see if we're gonna try something. They have a bagged lunch. Adults $19, a child for $12, a pressed Cuban sandwich, a guava and cream cheese quesito, and then for food we have a Latin fork bowl, $14, and then a watermelon and pineapple bowl for $5, actually $4.79, don't want to round up too much, and then some beverages. I am a connoisseur of Cuban sandwiches. Let's give it a try. They're not kidding, it does come in a bag. Plus, I got the mangonada. I grabbed an outside table at Mel's so I could enjoy this. There is the pressed Cuban sandwich. I do like them pressed. I went with the yuca fries, and then also over there is my guava and cheese pastry thingy. I forget the actual name, but we'll call it a thingy. This mango nata, amazing. All done with my bagged lunch. So, you know what that means? It's time for a quick food review of the pressed Cuban sandwich. Now that was a pretty good representation of what a Cuban sandwich should be. I don't know how the rest of the country is as far as offering Cuban sandwiches. Kind of a staple here in Florida. Now most people would think Miami has the best Cuban sandwiches. Oh no, it's Tampa. Tampa has the best. If you're interested in an Orlando Cuban sandwich, there's a place I did a video on, I'll leave a link to it, that has a southern style Cuban sandwich, which is very good. But the one they have here at Universal, a good representation of what a Cuban sandwich should be. And then you have the options of yuca fries or chips. The yuca fries were really, really good. Go with those yuca fries, not the chips. And then my, what was it, a guava cheese quesito, I think it was. That was heavenly as well. It was decadent. It was delightful. So good. Oh my goodness, Nikki. I'm sorry you couldn't be here, Nikki. Nikki would love that. She loves pastries. That was fantastic. That was one of the best like lunches, overall like lunches that I've had in a while. Oh, what is it called? The mango nata? That was good too. Now they can fix that a couple different ways. They can put some heat in it, like you can dash into it. I went with like a naked mango nata because they can also add like vodka or like tequila or something like that, some alcohol to it. But I just went naked, and it was really, really good. Although, watch out for brain freeze. I had a couple episodes of brain freeze drinking it too fast. But overall, that lunch, that bagged lunch at the summer food stand by Mel's Drive-In gets my highest recommendation, a fantastic lunch. Once again, let me give you that location of the summer food stand. There's the Transformers attraction, there's the food stand, and what I did, I just walked over here to Mel's Drive-In and grabbed an outside table. Another thing to mention over here at Mel's, remember last week I showed you that my yellow Ford was gone and replaced with a Pontiac, like a flaming Pontiac? Well, they replaced the Pontiac now with an Edsel, a 59 Edsel. They keep swapping out cars for that spot. Beetlejuice is hanging out in front of the horror makeup show, signing autographs. I'm not gonna lie, starting with the tribute store has thrown off my rhythm. Don't let me forget to update you on the Monsters Cafe, or should I say, the Minions Cafe. There are still Mardi Gras beads on this lamp post, though I did talk to a member of the clean team, someone I run into all the time. He said he attempted to get them down, but couldn't reach high enough with whatever apparatus he was using to try to get them off with. But they are aware and they are trying to get rid of those Mardi Gras beads. The NBC Media Center is open for previews today. People can go watch a show, watch a commercial, whatever, give their input, and earn a gift card. Into the kids zone for some updates. Yesterday, this thing was spinning. Today, it's not. They keep extending the construction walls around Fievel's Playland. The whole area is enclosed now. Earlier in this video, I did reference the ET Toy Closet, which is the gift shop after the ride, but I bet you know what, let me go check first. Yes, just as I suspected, the toy closet here does not have any of the new cool merchandise. That's only at the tribute store. Let's pop into SpongeBob Store Pants real fast. I think there's a cool shirt in there I need to show you. Here it is. I think this is pretty new. SpongeBob shirt, $70. Collar and everything. Buttons up the front. Fancy for me. And here is another one for $70. Not enough yellow in it for me. Near the entrance of the kids zone, they still have the construction walls up as they are still working on the flooring here. I bet you I know the next spot they're going to fix flooring. I think the next good spot to update the flooring here at Universal Studios Florida would be here in Krusty Land. So I would not be surprised if you start seeing some construction walls go up over here as they update this flooring sometime this year. I don't know if they'll do this during the summer because of the crowds, but maybe after summer, but I'm keeping an eye out for construction walls here in Krusty Land. I haven't shown you any wait times today, so let's pop into Diagon Alley, check on the wait time for the ride that should be the longest wait time here today, Escape from Gringotts. A 60-minute wait for Gringotts tells me today is a busy day. Not a light day, not a super busy day, just an average busy day. If you want to know what days are low wait times or low crowds, moderate or heavy, I always recommend a crowd calendar. Orlando Informer has one, and Orlando Informer is an authorized seller of Universal tickets, so they have that ticket sales data, so they kind of know which days are going to be lighter and heavier. So I do recommend their crowd calendar. I'll leave a link to it in the description box. Okay, I believe I promised you some information on the Monsters/Minions Cafe. I'm gonna go give you that now. Then we're gonna come back here to the tribute store. I'm gonna get a treat, and I have, I think, if I can pull it off, a special treat for you. You'll see what I'm talking about. The Monsters Cafe, we believe, will be turned into the Minions Cafe. As such, it will eventually be getting some construction walls around it. I would expect those construction walls to remain up for about a year, at least a year. And then here's the other thing. A lot of you are thinking maybe some of this stuff inside the Monsters Cafe is going to end up at the prop shop. Oh, no, no, no. You're thinking of this all wrong. You're thinking of this as if the Monsters Cafe is going to close forever. Well, it is here at Studios, but look for it to reopen over at Epic. So really, it's more of being on hiatus. And as such, you can expect the items in there not to be moved to the prop shop for sale, but to go into storage to be reused at Epic. It looks like the clean team has been sprucing up the benches here in this New York City park. And that sort of reminds me of comments some of you have been making, some concerns you have that Universal, with building Epic Universe, they're going to forget about Studios and Islands of Adventure and let these places fall into disrepair. To the contrary, I think since Universal has 3 years before Epic opens, they're going to spend a lot of time and money sprucing up Studios and Islands. And now into the tribute store so I can grab a treat and give you a treat. A special guest appearance. Check this out. And look who we found. The Doc.
I remember Marty breaking this. I warned him about it. He turned it all up and he got busted out of there. Great Scott, what am I going to do? Anyway, good to see you, Rick.
Good to see you as always, Doc.
Nice to have this pack.
All right, I think we're going to grab our treat, but before we do that, we have to see this photo op again, the Big Kong Paw. This is probably my second favorite thing about this shop. The number one favorite thing is the Back to the Future room, but this photo op with the Kong hand is amazing. Decisions. Do I go E.T.? Do I go Jaws? Do I go Back to the Future? Stay tuned. Plus, I'm gathering some more information about this tribute store for you. It came down between E.T. and Jaws, and because I think the E.T. trifle cake is the most unique looking dessert they offered, that's the one I went with. I believe the top part here is fondant, and E.T.'s face is edible. Only one thing left to do, bite into it. And here's a look at the inside of the trifle cake. Oh my gosh, is it time for a second? Quick food review? Why, yes it is. This time it's of the E.T. trifle cake. I could not eat it all. It is so decadent, so rich. The whole thing was really good. I think I like the fondant the best though. That was so good, but too rich for one person to eat the whole thing, in my opinion. For the E.T. trifle cake, I suggest a eating buddy. As I was in the tribute store talking to some team members, they reminded me that Ghostbusters is owned by Sony. And then actually in 2019, I forgot this, they had some Ghostbusters in a tribute store then. Forgot about that. And then when it comes to Twister, because I was surprised, not even a Twister poster, they told me, well, Twister was in the 90s and they were trying to keep it a 70s and 80s vibe in there. Well, that's all the updates I have for you this week, but that doesn't mean our time together is over. I have picked out another video for you to watch, and I've placed it right here to the left of me. Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun, click it.